Our next guest, Illinois Congressman Rodney Davis, is taking up the cause of making the Trump tax cuts permanent. What a wonderful thing, Mr. Davis. Welcome, sir. Tell us, are you going to introduce some legislation?
You know, I am. Tomorrow, I'm going to be joined by the ranking member of Ways and Means, Kevin Brady. You know, you worked hard with him when you were in the Trump administration to pass this bill that's been great for middle-class families in this country. We're going to make the individual rates, though, permanent. This bill passed when we were in the majority, and we're going to try to force the Democrats to get this to the floor so we can help Americans long after those tax cuts were supposed to expire.
You think, I mean, that's an interesting point. Is it possible to get a floor vote, or Pelosi won't let you get a floor vote?
Well, we need to put the pressure on the Democrats. Do I think Nancy Pelosi will do the right thing and extend tax cuts to many middle-class families? No, because Democrats here in Washington haven't met a tax dollar that families have yet to earn that they don't want to tax and spend. So we're up against that. But if we're lucky enough to take the majority, then we're going to make sure we make these tax cuts permanent. You know,
you're right. The pro-growth, I mean, poverty came down, middle-class, blue-collar income soared. We had record low unemployment for minority groups. The depreciation, the immediate expensing starts to expire, I think, next year. That's very important for business equipment investment and productivity. But, Rodney, you know, I'm looking at this $350 billion bill, supposed to be America Competes or whatever it's called. If we had predictably low tax rates and we had predictably low regulatory burdens, we would have the most hospitable investment environment. We don't have to subsidize our way. Companies will come here because America is the best place to operate.
Well, that's why President Trump and the Trump administration tax cut bill was so influential to creating a globally competitive environment for American companies. And when you look at what the Democrats' solutions are, it's always spend billions more, don't address any inflationary issues, and really make it a Green New Deal policy-ridden bill that can't get bipartisan support. We need to continue to take the example from what you and your colleagues in the Trump administration did and make our tax code even more readily available for companies and small businesses and, frankly, families to take advantage of, to be able to go create their own American dream.
Well, I think more reforms are out there. You know, if the cavalry comes and we take everything over in 2022, in Congress at least, you know, you could lower rates, broaden the base, get rid of all loopholes. Even on the corporate side, small business could probably need some help. I mean, is this going to be, I hope it will be in Kevin McCarthy's new contract with America, or whatever it's called?
Well, we're talking with Leader McCarthy. We're developing his next contract, the agenda for our road to the House majority in conjunction with everybody on our Republican team here in the House. And I certainly believe that making the individual rates and the small business rates for every single American company permanent should be high on our agenda.
That's great. Congressman Rodney Davis, I just want to thank you, sir. One of my favorite subjects, Trump tax cuts permanent. We'll talk soon. I'll be right back.